You can't let this stand. I mean, if you're a narcissistic psychopath like him, Welcome to hour 12 of my drunk birthday marathon. And for this hour, we've got another episode of The 100, their 8th episode of their last season, called Anaconda, as in don't want none unless you got buns on. So, there's that. And obviously I did this reaction a couple weeks ago because I'm way behind. Fortunately, they're taking like a 2-week break, so I'll have caught up by the time they drop a new episode. I've just got one more episode. I've already shot it. I just have to edit it and get it out there sometime next week. But yeah, I did it a couple weeks ago, but I found it to be the weakest episode of the season. I didn't buy the prequel baiting. It's not the prequel isn't something I'm going to be interested in. So just let you know off the bat. Although I still think I had some funny lines in this, and had some fun watching it. But just so you know, going into it, this was my least favorite episode of the season. So, but anyway, without further ado, check it out with me. It's interesting. I record these episodes ahead of time. I was like, it went straight. There was no cold opening. It went straight into credits. So I actually, because I also record on my DVR. I never watch on DVR. It's not efficient. It's more efficient to watch on a computer, so I can use the headphones. But I even checked the DVR record. Like I could not believe that there was no cold open. It was just going straight into credits. It was fucking me up, man. This is me when I heard they canceled Sarah Connor Chronicles. I couldn't talk. I was just gasping, flailing around like a fish.
I've seen you before.
Yep.
Then you must be Clark.
He's talking about time travel. She's talking about TV.
Burial shroud, and you were on the car. That explains the snow.
Jesus.
How the hell are you here?
Dude, you've been sleeping for fucking centuries. Like, I'm sure you stink too, motherfucker. This must be the backdoor pilot they've been talking about. I heard they're going to do a backdoor pilot this season for the prequel series, right? This is probably the episode where that happens. I'd better be mesmerized, man. Because if I'm not mesmerized, I ain't going to want to see this shit.
My mom taught me that. TV, volume off. Music on.
Yeah, we can do that now. I'm not impressed.
Hey.
Explain.
Confess.
I'm 18. I know it's frustrating for you, but I get to make my own
Boy,
choices
parents hate
now.
that shit. Yeah. But for a turn 18 and suddenly can call his own shots, they don't like it.
Come with me.
You got to move, man. You better move. Because I ain't wasting 5 of that 20 minutes arguing with your ass.
Mom.
I mean, you better be closing your eyes for longer than that, man. That shit will literally blind you. So I guess this whole episode's a flashback then. Alright.
Son of a bitch was right.
Hey, careful, cow. They love it.
Did you just save them all? I can't believe this is the rest of my life. I think I'm gonna be sick. She just said for the rest of her life.
Billions of people are dead and she's bitching about her stomach. There was a time a few months ago I would have thought that was unrealistic writing, but no wonder the grounders are assholes. I love that Corrigan or whatever his name is, he left unless he's talking in real time, he recorded a soothing message for these people.
There are 7 symbols on that wall. And we know that it takes 7 points to chart a course through space.
7 symbols, eh? Almost like a Stargate.
Did you see the other guy?
The other guy was right hot with the baton.
Yeah, mine shot a beanbag.
You were there too?
OG tree crew. Seems like a waste of time now.
Your fight is over and the tree crew thing, this is just ringing false to me, man. Like, it's just like they're trying too hard. Like, I love this show. Like, I don't like criticizing it, but this is just lame. It's kind of like how they named Han Solo, like in Solo. In prequels, sometimes they try too hard to be like, ooh, this is the secret origin of this shit. They were called Tree Crew because they ended up in fucking forest, man. Just like Ice Crew or whatever, like it's just lame, man. I was gonna let it. I'm gonna leave that now your fight is over thing because I mean, her saying that makes no goddamn sense, right? And of course, that's a saying that's been passed down, right?
When that have a game. You can't be serious.
This is brutal, man.
Get him out of here.
But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, it's just, I mean, you're just trying too hard, man. That's a very, I know that it's very seductive when you're writing a prequel. It is. But you got to do that shit very delicately. You almost have to have planned it before you started the show.
Like when we were kids.
You're barking up the wrong tree, Crew. That's pretty cool having that shit get blown away like that. They're lucky they didn't get the shit on top of their door the way it happened in the future, man.
Frank wants us to call her Becca.
Don't mind my sister. She actually wants.
I love this actress. She was great on Eureka.
It is.
I love that she keeps coming back on the show. She's gonna give him some of that night blood.
Hold him steady.
That shit better work fast. Oh, it's she's reacting to that.
Radiation can damage the vestibular cochlear nerve. Let's get you to medical. Your blood
She's reacting to the stone.
Impact of the serum.
Oh shit. The ball's going crazy. It didn't like me fucking pinned down, man. So do you remain the king of your little kingdom here, or do you sally forth and if you ever come back, like you may not be in charge anymore?
Coming from you. Your father's right, Cal. Look at it. He saw the end of the world, and that this was our way out.
That's a good point, actually. Like, I hadn't really thought about it that way. This dude saw this shit coming. Maybe it's time to pay homage, man. Give this motherfucker just a modicum of respect, even though he's a psycho cult leader, right? Still, he saw this shit coming.
My penance. Penance? For what?
I don't know if you want to be telling people this shit.
The
Yeah.
program's famous, cataloging them based on the frequency of the sound, but 7 of them have no sound.
Interesting.
I thought maybe it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
So much for doing the science.
Oh, shit.
Tell me what you saw that night.
Judgment Day.
It's interesting. The future people seem to have a hybridized version of his beliefs and her beliefs.
I will say this, not her. Get up.
He's like, but my ego!
Goodbye for now.
That's kind of dangerous, me saying the code. Burn the witch!
The AI source now. I'll stay out of this.
He's gone full
We have 3
fucking
seconds to lead them back to
Kool-Aid.
the so what?
100% Kool-Aid.
Okay, so...
God damn, boy. Attica! Attica!
We were in the basement.
She will kick your fucking ass. Oh, shit.
Show me, I'm your brother!
That was Rebecca.
She's pissed, boy.
It's gonna be okay, baby. It's just a show.
I don't know. I'm not seeing much prequel potential here, man. I mean, they're interesting characters. I just don't know where you go with the story. Unless the prequel is them exploring other worlds, and that could be interesting.
You need to hurry. Oh, I'll handle your fucking.
You ain't handling shit, man.
Come on, I'm right behind you.
Move out!
I will say this. Becca, she brought a lot of fucking doses down. Goddamn, man.
Number 2.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, prequel with them exploring this burned out world, having adventures. It's just, we know where it all ends up. We know where it goes. Like, that's just not very interesting to me. Exploring new worlds, extraterrestrial worlds, that's very interesting to me. Yeah, Mama's going down for this. You can't let this stand. I mean, if you're a narcissistic psychopath like him, you know.
You have to let her go, Bill.
He's letting you go. That's why he's gonna let go. She became the Grounders, and they became the psycho spacefaring, you know, cult. This is a tricky maneuver, man.
Weapons down, all of you.
They were strapped too. Boy, he came in. He rolls deep, boy. They look kind of indoctrinated. I don't like this. So that's it, huh? I don't know, man. Pretty weak entry. I think the biggest part, like the actors in the prequel part, were really good. The story, as like a short story, just a 35-minute like science fiction story. The story was fascinating. I liked it. As a series hook, it's not a show I would watch. Like they're wandering around a bombed out fucking Earth, finding people, giving them night bloods, evolving, into the grounders and all that shit. Doing a bunch more prequel gags such as Tree Crew and your fight is over and all this shit, like and then they're being chased by two guys. It's just not interesting to me. It'll be a fine series, I'm sure. The writers will be good. That's you have good actors, good writers. It's always gonna be something. But the subject matter just doesn't interest me. Now, if they have an A/B plot where like the A plot is like in other words like half the series, half of each episode or whatever is going to be the people traveling to different worlds. Okay, now you got me. I would suffer the other half, the boring shit that I don't like. We'll see. I mean, there could be a negative fan response to this, and it could completely change their minds. That's the reason they do this, to get that feedback and see what works and what doesn't work. But yeah, this is probably the weakest. I mean, not even probably. This was the weakest episode of the season.